Thank you for reviewing our latest video in our ongoing series of product how-to demonstrations. Today we're going to take a look at proactive analysis of call pattern data that's collected by Visualizer. Visualizer comes out of the box with some prepackaged queries, and one of those queries is a call pattern analyzer. So from there, to find that query, we go to our folder icon where our prepackaged queries are contained. By clicking on it, it takes us to the folder location where that query, where the queries library is stored. And subsequently also any custom queries that are saved as favorites will also be stored in this location. We then would go to reporting and then look for customer call pattern distribution. As you can see, the query gets populated in our query window and executed. And then what gets returned is all the distinct call patterns that are contained within that data set. So we can see queue ring talk, ring queue talk, ring talk, ring queue talk, hold talk, queue abandon. Some of the more common occurrences obviously will be nearer the top, and we can see the percentage allocation within the given data set. But through this, we can see call patterns that may or may not be desirable or expected within an environment. So as I scroll down, we're getting into a single instance of call occurrence, but should any of these sequences jump out as anomalous or something that needs to be looked into, we could always split our screen by clicking on this icon up here to split the screen of Visualizer. I'm then going to erase my query that was there, delete that, and just leave a general full data set down there. But as I scroll down, I want to take a closer look at this particular call pattern. So I right click on it. And what that does is it then brings back the view, all the unique events where the con ID related to this single call has occurred. So I'm going to click on this icon, which is the double arrow icon, which is a fit the query to screen. So then it fits the entire call interaction that was experienced here within the screen. And then from there, we can go into deeper analytics about what has gone on with that call. I can then manually also resize the window just for better visibility from my split screen. But I can see, there are 3 agents that have touched this call. Also the Genesis configured DNs that were touched as the call navigated through the Genesis system. I can view attached data here on the right that's related to the call. Clicking on an agent track, I can then see some additional agent information, the groups. I can also see the skills that they had with the skill levels they had at the time of that occurrence. I can see, if I click down here, one of the subsequent events down within our call interaction here, I can look at the SIP tab, which will yield the SIP messaging, the back and forth messaging that went on the Genesis SIP server. And we can see, I can expand and collapse each of these events, but we can see all the standard SIP messaging that may have occurred throughout the life of that interaction. And by expanding, we then also get visibility into the typical header information that's included with that call, be it Genesis type header information that may be embedded as well, would be included there. URS tab, that will show the block by block transition of an interaction through a URS routing strategy. So as we can see here, again, expand and collapse each of these block designations just to see the inputs and outputs of each one of these routing blocks. As we can see, we have some targets available as well, or targeting pools. The entire progression as it took through one of the routing strategies within this environment. And that's how you have the ability to analyze call patterns for anomalous interactions and then dive deeper into those interactions. Thank you.